What's going on, guys? Zephyrnix here, and today we are going to go ahead and take a look at the view screens here on Elite Dangerous. I figured since my boy was going to start playing this particular game very soon, I thought it might be wise to go ahead and actually kind of give him a kind of a rundown on the systems here, especially the view screens, because they're very important here. So when it comes down to view screens, you have three types of view screens. You have the one on the left, the one in the center, and the one on your right. The way you get to them on the Oculus Rift is simply look in that direction and it'll go ahead and show up. But when you're actually on without the Oculus Rift, you want to hit 1 for left, 2 for center, 3 will go ahead and kind of give you a close-up on the center panel, and 4 will go ahead and get you to the right-hand side here. You can also hit 4 again to get you back in center, things of that nature there. So that's number one. Also, you might want to consider this. Left is for everything that's outside your ship, while the right-hand side one is for everything inside your ship. So that might be a good way to go ahead and kind of think about it right there. Okay, so just to kind of give you a glimpse about what's going on here on the screen here. So in the center here, on the upper left-hand corner, you have your comms, which is text comms, which can go ahead and allow you to go ahead and type. Which, oh, right, I forgot to target someone. I got to target someone first and send it to them, but whatever. On the right-hand side is your info. So like if certain targets came into play, you can see things of that nature here. So if there was a target who actually came in, I can go ahead and, see them if someone came to play. Basically information. So other information might show up there as well. If you go to the bottom left-hand corner, that's indicating my target and things of that nature. If you're looking, I'm actually targeting a planet right here, which is the LHS 3447A2 right there. I'm actually targeting right there. So it tells me I'm targeting that. It tells you what kind of planet it is. On the bottom there, it also tells you, it looks like it's telling me what area I'm in. I'm in the Federation area, as well as it looks like maybe what's closest to me, or maybe my where I'm currently at is basically what that is. I'm currently near the World Terminal. Okay, so that's where I'm currently at right there. All right, so right there in the center here, let me get a close up here. The two screens on the left hand side, the solar system and that little target indicator, indicates my target basically. So that'll go ahead and change depending on what I am targeting. So right now it's a solar system, right, you see right there. But if I was actually going ahead and targeting a ship, you would see a ship there instead of that solar system. Same thing with that little target indicator on the left hand side. It would be much different if I was targeting an actual planet there. So just for the record, I'm going to go here. We're going to talk about all the targetings in a minute here. So as you see right there, it changes here. So what I can do is I can actually go ahead and move over and put the target in front of me, and if you look ahead of us, that's the World Terminal, which I just went ahead and targeted. So there's that. Now, in the center, of course, is your scanners basically. So if it has basically the squares and the triangles are basically the ships that are things that's around here. What you want to do is, obviously, if the triangles or the squares has lines coming from the bottom of it, it means that you need to move up in order to go ahead and indicate it. If it has lines coming from the top of it, it means that you have to move down. What you want to do is you want to have it to the point where it has no lines at all, and it'll be right in front of you. As you see, all that stuff is happening right in front of me here. So that's that. On the right-hand side, of course, you have your ship, which also indicates your shields, and below that is actually how much your ship is damaged. Right now, my ship is at 100%, so that's good. On the right-hand side of that is my kind of like my power, for lack of a better word. What is that phrase? Power distributor. That's the word I'm looking for. So I can go ahead and put more power towards anything I particularly want right now. I can go ahead and put more power to engines, more power to my systems, or put more power to my weapons if I wanted to. And of course, more weapons allows me to go ahead and recharge faster if I'm shooting. So notice how it's recharging. Even though I'm shooting, it's trying to recharge, right? So if I was to take all the weapons off the lasers right there, it recharged slightly. Oh, hold on, I gotta empty the right there. There we go. It's not gonna recharge as fast, you know. So that's pretty much how that is. Same thing with engines. It'll make the engines go faster here, so I can go move real fast. As you see right there, the weapons are actually not charging right now. So more power put to the weapons, the faster they'll go ahead and charge up. Same thing with shields. If I knock off my shields offline, it'll go ahead and change that way. So yeah, that's how power distribution distributing works there. So on the bottom right hand corner, the very far right, basically that's my fuel gauge, how much fuel I actually have. Of course, mass lock is there. That's an indicator which tells me, okay, I'm close to something, so I can't use my super drive. Landing gear, which allows me obviously to tell if my landing gear is up or down, and cargo scoop to find if my cargo scoop is up and down. So landing gear and cargo scoop, having those down will go ahead and limit your speed, just letting you know. So if you're going slow, that's the reason why. Now, we've done that. Let's go ahead and look on the left screen first. So the first screen you get to is navigation. This will go ahead and allow you to target a location where you want to go. So I can go ahead, for example, and target anything I want to, and this will be, it'll tell me where exactly that place is. So just to let you know, the icon here for LHS is a star, which is the sun. The second one is actually an icon right here, is an icon for a planet. The third one is actually an icon for a terminal, which is something that has a lot of stuff, like a lot of, it's a big space station. Just to give you an example of a terminal would be that. That's just one example of a terminal. There's other ones out there. I can go ahead and fly inside of that and land and things of that nature. So this one right here was a Fairbryan or whatever this station. That's a station. So it doesn't have as much stuff, but that's a place where you can go ahead and refuel and get snacks and stuff like that. Just kidding about the snacks part. The belt clusters is actually this. So this is like places if you want to go mining, you can also do it there. That's actually pretty cool. And last but not least, right here, these are solar systems. So if I want to go to a different system right here, I can go to the Aerocate system if I wanted to, or things of that nature here, or the Ross 142 system, like that. So for example, let's see, go ahead, close. Okay, so we got a sun here, so I'm going to go ahead and lock onto the sun, and it'll ask me if I want to lock destination or use Super Cruise. So I've already shown you how to lock destination. It's pretty simple. Click there, and then at the bottom here, if you look at the bottom where I told you the target is, it shows you a sun right there where I'm going, and then all I got to do is just put the target indicator right there to put it in the center, and there you go. And as you see right down there, you'll see there's a sun way far down there. And for giggles, I'm going to go towards the sun and show you how Super Cruise works. I'm going to go ahead and unlock the destination, and I'm going to go ahead and do this, and I'm going to lock and Super Cruise. Which this will do is lock on target and then activate my Super Cruise.
Cannot comply.
Why can't you comply? Oh, my weapons are out. You can't use Super Cruise with your weapons out. Just forgot about that. Alright, so I'm going to unlock the destination. And so, like I said, I can go ahead and lock in Super Cruise, but if I already have the lock already down there, I just click on Engage Super Cruise. And it's the same thing as lock in Super Cruise. So I'm going to go ahead and engage Super Cruise.
Frameshift drive charging.
Make sure my right now my throttle is in a neutral position. I'm going to go ahead. I got the SciTech X52 by the way, so I'm going to go ahead and push the throttle up.
3, 2, 1, engage.
Alright, so right now I got some indicators on there. Told me about what's going on my Super Cruise there. The lines on the right and left side indicates how fast I'm going right now in Super Cruise mode. Let's see. There's not really much else in this particular one here to go ahead and show here. So I'm actually going towards the sun right now. And even though it doesn't look like I'm going super fast, I'm actually going very, very fast. But yeah. So as you see right there at the top, you see all the stardust moving around there, things of that nature here. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm not actually going to go towards the sun this time. Go ahead, and I'm going to pull out of Super Cruise mode. Maybe at the end of the video, I'll actually go towards the sun, allow you guys to see what the sun looks like. If you look at the bottom right-hand corner, it says FSD cooldown. That's my Super Cool, Super Cruise drive actually going ahead and calming down. So anyway, that's how navigation works. Now also, if you look over here, you have galaxy map and system map. Now the system, I can actually go ahead and see what's in the system here. So this is basically what the system's all about. As you see here, it has 2 suns, a couple of planets, larger and smaller. allows me to go ahead and get information on said planets and all things like that. Here's a little purple planet. That's actually pretty cool. It's a gas planet. Of course, all these smaller planets actually have stations or terminals next to it. The Dalton Gateway is a terminal that I usually stay by a lot when I'm actually here. If you also see, you might see a little green icon right there. That actually means I have a secondary ship sitting right there waiting for me if I wanted to. So I can fly in that ship if I wanted to, but I don't want to. So anyway, that's it. So that's the first part right there. So I'm going to use my mouse here. Now, another thing you might want to do is, you might already saw a glimpse of that, is the galaxy map. Click on galaxy map, and this gives you a glimpse of the entire galaxy. So I can go ahead and go anywhere I want here. Now, here's the thing about galaxy that I notice a lot of people don't know here. I can go any place else, especially if I've already seen it already. Now, the thing about it is that if I choose to go someplace, we're going to say I'm going to go to, oh, I'm used to this place already, the Yakabugai system. I can go ahead and select it if I wanted to, which is cool. But what you really might want to do is also go ahead and set up a plot route. Now what that'll do is that'll actually go ahead and allow you to plot the route, how to get there. So you would go ahead and super drive to the first route. So if I set it like this, right, see this thing right here, it would go ahead and super drive me to the first route, which lead me to the El Rai sector right here, and then it'll take me over here. So it does work that way. So once I have the route set, I can go ahead and just go straight there. And of course, you have different things over here which will allow you to see different things. I'm not going to jump into it right now, but yeah, there's a lot here to go ahead and work with. So okay, so let's go ahead and back here. All right, so that's navigation system right there. Transactions would be if I actually had a mission. I don't have any missions right now. Probably in hindsight, I probably should have picked up a mission in order to go ahead and show you. This will allow you to go ahead and let you know if you have missions right here or if you have finds right here. So if you have a mission and you need to know what to do in that mission, you can go ahead and take a look at it and then get the idea. I will do a separate video based off of missions just to go ahead and give you guys a glimpse on how to take care of that. Also, oh, you know what I can do? I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go back to World Terminal and kind of show you guys what it, so.
Frameshift drive charging. Ready to engage. 3, 2, 1, engage.
So I'm going to actually go and get myself a find in the actual World Terminal here, so. And the way you do that is by shooting in the non-shooting zone there, so. I'm also going to do a video on Super Cruise some other time. And I'm just going to jump out of Super Cruise now. I just wanted to knock myself out of Super Cruise so I can go ahead, because my speed was actually not. I just knocked myself out way too fast. Put myself more power to go towards there. And so I tried to go to back to the World Terminal, and I kind of forgot that if I knock myself out of Super Cruise like that, I'll go ahead and have to wait for my Super Cruise to cool down. So if you look at the bottom left-hand corner, bottom right-hand corner, excuse me, you'll see FSD cooldown, which basically means I'm waiting for my Super Cruise engines to go ahead and cool down because I kind of knocked it out like that, knocked myself out like that, and it takes a while for it to cool down.
Frameshift drive charging.
There you go. FSD, by the way, stands for Frameshift Drive.
4, 3,
I call it Super Cruise because
2,
that's what they
1,
say, but.
Engage.
Okay, so I'm going to automatically, as soon as I go into Super Cruise mode, I'm going to pull back on the throttle. And try to get myself there. Oh, actually, I'm pretty close there, so I'm catching it. Okay. Much better. Not shoot at the thing. Just going to shoot around it because we don't want to die. Dying is stupid and it's bad. Well, that's I heard anyway. I mean, I haven't put it to the test, but. There we go. So if I go ahead and shoot, see how it says, oh, in the information violates crimes, you know, it says, well, 100 credits fine. So yeah, that's what happens when you get you do that. So I'm gonna go away from it now. Go towards the planet here. So if I go here into transaction modes, you'll see right there I got a fine. So it tells me I got about 1 day to actually run day in real time to actually go ahead and pay that fine off. So I need to go ahead and make sure I take care of that. Or the popo gonna come get me. You know how what happens when popo come after black folk. I'm just saying. So that's it. And also you have missions there, but I'll do that in another video. Contacts. A lot of times you'll have contacts here that you may have to contact, whether it be a friend or foe, whatever. So when you're contacting the terminal here, you can lock on target or you can request docking. So if I request docking,
Docking request granted.
it'll allow me to dock there, despite the fact that I just incurred a fine. But it's okay. I'm gonna cancel docking. Not going to dock today. So that's pretty much it when it comes down to the left hand side here. Now there are other things too, like subsystems, sub targets rather, and there's also cargo. Unfortunately, I don't have an active cargo scanner in order to scan someone's things. And the target that I'm looking at right now, I don't think I can use subsystems on it. But I can go ahead and target someone's subsystems if I wanted to too, which I want to. So yeah, on the right hand side, it's a little different here. So now the right hand side, the status kind of gives you exactly what kind of character you are. So you have the I'm Commander Zephyrnix in here. If you want to hit me on put me on a friends list if you get this game, by all means, go ahead and do it. As you see right there on the left hand side of this screen right here, I have my combat rank is harmless. I haven't gotten to do too many fights. My trade rank is penniless. I'm working on that. And my explorer rank is aimless. I'm not really working on that. It also tells my my balance and how much credits I have. My rebuy costs. I'm not really sure what rebuy cost is. My local bounty, like how much bounty is actually on me, which is 0. Thank you. My local rep is neutral. On the right hand side here, you got your reputation, which I can actually go through different reputations of me from different plans here, whether it be independent systems rather, or control systems. So for example, the big three is the Federation, the Empire, and Alliance, and there's other places out there too, system factions, in which I am neutral to everyone. I try that. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. I'm talking about real life, folks. Some system statuses right here. As you see right here, I have a lot more influence in this particular area right here, which is the future, the LHS one right here, rather than here. So just saying, yeah. And future of LSS is actually where I just came from. So just saying, got more in there. Oops, go back. My finances right there, once again, gives you more in-depth on your finances, how much it is, how much my ship insurance, rebuy costs. I guess that's the ship. If you get your ship blown up, that's how much you got to pay. I think that's what it is. Also tells you balance if you have fines or a bounty, which is galaxy-wide. So also your stats, current assets, how much money. Basically, current assets means if I was to sell everything, how much money would I have? How much money I spent on ships, how much money I spent on outfitting my ships, how much money I spent on repairs, etc., etc., etc. Bounties claimed. I had gotten to a couple of fights in which I claimed about 8,000 credits from those 2 fights. Great fights, by the way. I wish I could have recorded for you guys. I really wanted to do that. And how much, like, I've also visited the black market. Ooh. And I only made 43 credits in the black market before they kicked my ass and robbed me of that 43 credits. I'm just kidding, they didn't do that, but whatever. How much trading I made, how much money I made from trading. Now keep in mind, by trading, they're not talking about the missions, but trading is when you go upon yourself and actually find a trading route that you can go ahead and do. I have tried it. I only made 304 credits. I'm working on doing a lot better than that. I'm actually starting to work on trading a little bit, but not a lot of it. I've also done exploration a little bit and mining. I haven't made a lot of money from mining just yet. I just started that. Exploration, I've done a little bit of that, but whatever. Now the modules, this is when the shit gets cool, okay? The modules allow you to go ahead and delegate which items you want to go ahead and put toward, put not only in priority, rather, let me rephrase it. This allows you to go ahead and set what items you want, one as priority, you know, 1, 2, or 3 in terms of priority, but also on and off. So for example, thrusters, I can turn it on or off. So if I go ahead and move my ship right now and I push thrusters up and I'm flying right now, I can go to my thing here and turn off my thrusters, and my thrusters are 100% shut down. So that's how that works too. So, I mean, if you're in a situation where you need to go ahead and do something quick, maybe you need to come to a complete stop a little quicker than normal, you can also do that. Also, if you notice, if you go to the right hand side, because it says thrusters, then it says E, then 3, then type, then power, which is 38%, which means that my thrusters take 38% of my power. If you look at the very bottom, by the way, you'll see output 100%. Yeah, that's how much output I actually have here. So yeah. I can go ahead and set the priority to what it is. So I have it set for priority 2. I might want to set the priority 1. Basically, what that means is that if I don't have enough power to go ahead and power everything, um, never mind. So if I don't have enough power to power everything, it'll go ahead and make sure that my thrusters are still priority number 1 to keep on. Okay, so like that. Also, you might want to put life support as power up at number 1 too. I actually did that on an accident. I was in the battle, almost died, and my ship's power went out, and it took out all of my priority 2 things, and because of that, I almost died. Like I literally was sitting there breathing in my mask, which I'll show you how that looks in a minute here. So it's pretty cool what you can do with this. Number 2 is a shield generator. What I told you before in the center right, you'll see your shield right there. If I turned it off, I
Shields offline.
I have no shields. My shields are offline. Thank you very much, Sarah. So I can go ahead and turn on my shields. And of course, like I said before, I always keep my shields at priority 1, so my shields will always keep going up. Because think about it, if you're in a firefight and these guys take off your power right there, right? They shut down your power, you want your shields to come back online. So I'm just saying, it's common sense. Commonsense.com. So as you see right there, my shields are actually starting to build up right now. And it does take a while for your shields to build up when they come down, if it was in combat or otherwise. So that's something that you guys really need to remember here. Number 3 is cargo hatch. I'm going to turn off my shields right now. I'm just tired of hearing that sound. Right now it's cargo hatch. Now with my cargo hatch, I always leave it off. The reason why I leave it off is because it takes power.
Cargo scoop deployed.
Oop,
Silent running.
I didn't mean to run silent, my bad.
Thermal signature restored. Cannot comply.
There we go. I had to find a switch to turn on my cargo scoop.
Cargo
Okay.
scoop retracted.
So cargo scoop takes about 9% of my power, right? But the thing about it is that I don't really use it that much. Only reason why you would use your cargo scoop is to scoop cargo. None of which I have it doesn't need to, basically it uses power that doesn't need to use power. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and turn off my cargo scoop, which is usually off. Pulse lasers is my weapons, so I make sure I have power to my weapons at all time, things of that nature. And of course, like I said before, I can always delegate which power to. So I actually have one delegated to priority 1 and 2, but I think it might be better off to go ahead and put those both at priority 2, you know, or whatever. Power distributor is that thing right there. If I shut it off, all my power distributor stops, so that works out. Life support. So if I turn off my life support, now I'm actually breathing inside of my spacesuit right now. If you look on the if you look in the upper right hand corner, slightly below that that question mark, not question mark, exclamation point, whatever, as you see it says oxygen depleted, 4 minutes. Now that means that you got 4 minutes to get your ship back up and running with this life support, otherwise use a dead person. So yeah, that's what that means. Frameship drive. I already told you what FSD is. That's pretty much your, going to hyperspace thing. Sensors. If you see right there, centers of sensors. If I turn off the sensors, I have nothing in my sensors. Ironically enough, I can still target though. I always found that really weird. I guess those are not the really sensors. Those are not really the sensors, but whatever. Power plant. It's my power plant. The thing about it is that I can't really do it in terms of priority. Like I can't change it to priority 1, nor can I go ahead and turn it off on. I guess that makes sense. You got the cargo rack right here, which I can turn off and on if I wanted to, but it doesn't really make any difference because of the fact that it has no power to it. Plus, I can't change the priority, which I don't understand why not. It doesn't have any power to it. And then basic discovery scanner. Once again, uses no power, which I don't understand. But I don't even understand what the basic discovery. I know what it is actually. It allows me to go ahead and kind of discover some things around me that may be unexplored and stuff like that. So that's pretty much it right there. So cargo hatch is actually off there, but there you go. But I always keep it off. Let's see. Anyway, there you go. So fire groups is this. Now this is really cool. This is when this shit gets awesome because what fire groups is basically allows me to delegate which button on my SciTech X52 do I want to go ahead and delegate to what. So for example, I'm right here, and of course, let's turn away from that. Okay, so I'm over here, right? Now I can shoot, and I'm using my first trigger, which is my regular trigger, to go ahead and shoot. Sorry about that. So, yeah. So what I can do is I can go ahead over here, and if I wanted to, it sees 1, I can change it to 2. So then that means that I can go ahead and use my first fire to shoot 1 laser, and use my second fire to shoot my second laser. Now, of course, you heard that sound, right? When you heard when I started shooting with the second laser. Now, why did that sound happen? Simple, because if you go back and look here, you notice that it says 2 here, but also under utility, I also have my basic discovery scanner also set for 2. So if I take that off, that means that I can go ahead and hit 2 without worrying about it, and then hit 1 without worrying about it. Also, firing 1 laser does less damage, but apparently does not allow me to drain my weapon so much, especially when I have weapons on full power there. And I can also shoot like this if I wanted to. Which is not out the question, but I'm just saying. It looks like you can only set it to 1 or 2 here, so there's no way to set it for 3 right now. Or I can set it for nothing, and then simply not be able to shoot. See, no 5 groups to find. So you always have to have this set to something. I'm going to set it for both to 1, and I'm going to set this one to 2, like I did before. So that's how that works. Cargo is if I had something in my cargo. I have nothing in my cargo, moving on. Also, if you look on the left-hand side, that's the refinery. So I can have 4 cargo spaces and the refinery, which refinery allows me to go ahead and do like mining and stuff like that. Last but certainly resembling anything but least is my my functions. What this would do is this would do pretty much everything that the buttons do except for allow me to do it manually. So for example, I can go ahead and click here cargo scoop, which I can if I click here. Nothing will happen because remember I turned it off. So I can click here instead of hitting the T1 button, I can hit here and activate my landing gear.
Landing gear deployed.
Or I can go ahead and take it back by hitting this as well.
Landing gear retracted.
Other things I can do too, such as turn on my ship lights, which you can't see, but they're actually outside here. Unfortunately, in order to see the lights, I would have to be close to something in order to see my lights. But it actually does work out here. Also, there's silent running, which allows you to go ahead and put your ship into silent mode, which is kind of awesome. It allows you people not to be able to see you on their scanners there. Oh, for a second I was like, why is my scanners empty? And things of that nature. Correctional things and other things like that you can go ahead and modify as well. So there you go. This game pretty much allows you to really delegate and modify anything in this particular mode here. So it's a really fun game to definitely go ahead and change things over if you wanted to. I hope you guys definitely did go ahead and enjoy my trip through all of these systems right here. I know it's a lot, and it's a lot of nerd stuff too, but I can guarantee that if you're going to go ahead and play this game, you're going to want to know what these are. Okay? On that note, you guys have a good night. I said I was going to go to, let's go check out the sun. I think I said in the video I was going to go ahead and check out the sun, so.
Cannot comply.
What? Oh. But you can't go into Super Cruise where your weapons are out. And also, you don't want to go into Super Cruise without your shields. So let's go ahead and take care of that. I'm also going to dedicate more power to my systems. Hopefully that will go ahead and push my shields up more. And I can't help but to try to go ahead and go into Super Cruise without my shields. Because I'm crazy like that.
Frameshift drive charging.
Nope, 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 nope.
Ready to engage. Shields online.
Woo! If that wasn't a good example of why you should do it, I don't know what was. So I started activating my my shift drive, right? And if you look, the one thing I didn't tell you, if you look in the upper left-hand corner of the center thing right there, see the percentage? That's actually the heat of your systems. So my ship was starting to overheat. That's so. Whew, I got close. Flame shift drive activated. And then let's go ahead and use it now.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
I mean, I may have survived, but I just wanted to make sure I was going to survive. Just kind of got a little worried there. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of use my frame shift drive. Go ahead and check out what's going on at the sun. It's if you look, like I said before, if you look at the bottom left-hand corner, you can see it's a Federation-owned sun. It's a K yellow-orange star, and there are different types of suns here. Currently, right now in Federation space, specifically the LHS 3447 system right there. So that works out really well. Also, if you look in the center, on the right-hand side of the center, that's pretty much my speed right there. So I'm actually going 0.45 C right now, which I'm not sure what the measurement that is really, but yeah, I'm going that fast. Booyakasha. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and try to get a little closer to the sun before we go ahead and disengage here. And I don't want to go completely into the sun because that's just ludicrous. So we're going to go to the right hand side of that sun right there and check it out. And let's get it right there. Come out of hyperspeed or whatever you want to call it. I don't want to come out of, I'll go ahead and kind of come out the right speed there. So that's the sun right there. I can't go too close to it, but that's actually the sun right there. So I'm actually about 6 light seconds away from the sun right there, which is kind of awesome, really. So I can't help it. I got it. I'm gonna go real close to it.
Drive charging. Ready to engage.
My throttle's up. Oh crap! I'm going backwards. So you're seeing everything change as I.
3, 2, 1. Engage.
So we're gonna fly close to the sun without touching it, because that would be stupid. And let you guys see what it looks like here. See? And for the record, if you get too close to the sun and stay there too long, as you see, my systems are actually starting to get too hot there. I'm actually going to get away from the sun now. And it starts getting blurry in there. My system would start smoking and things of that nature there. So I just want to kind of show you guys the screens there for the second screen. You saw it in action when I target things and stuff of that nature. So I hope this video has really helped you guys out for those who are new pilots and will be able to go ahead and play this game. Definitely having some fun here. So I'm going to go ahead and do some trading. You guys have a good night. I'm out.